I had this fear of dying, of people dying. I think everybody has that naturally, of losing somebody. My stepdad's mom came and lived with us, and she passed away in my mom's home. And it was a really big awakening for me and how spiritual somebody dying would be. And being a part of that experience, it was just really eye-opening to me. I moved to Salt Lake City in 2000 with my 2 young kids and got divorced and was homeless for a while myself. So I decided I wanted to spend time volunteering back in that community. And I saw an article about the In-Between opening up, and I felt like this was the perfect merging of 2 areas that I really wanted to spend my time. Morning, Scott. Where are you? Good. I'm Matilda Lindgren. I'm the program director at the In-Between. We're Utah's hospice and medical respite for the homeless. Hospice is a home-based service. So if you're homeless, they're not going to come to the street to serve you. They're not going into the shelters to serve you. So that was really our main purpose at the beginning, was to provide that home for them to receive that care. A lot of people that think that if you're sick and you're dying and you don't have a place to go, you're gonna just be in the hospital. They're gonna take care of you, you're gonna die there, you're gonna be taken care of, and that's just not true. And then there's so many other layers to that. There's a lot of places that won't take people that have a criminal background or sex offenders or sometimes even a mental health background. And that's kind of our mission here. Everybody deserves that, to die with dignity, regardless of what they've done.
I never say no to you. I kick your ass.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Trust me.
No problem. The idea of a doula is, obviously, most people are familiar with it with birth. Somebody that just kind of guides you through the process. The death doula is the same idea. I like to consider it like an advocacy role almost, like we're advocating for this person throughout their end-of-life experience. So we're kind of building that relationship, getting to know them as they're newly diagnosed. Do you want me to make you an appointment?
Sure.
Okay, let me make a note, and I will call Valley today and get you an appointment. Explaining what their disease progression is going to look like, things they might be thinking about at that time, and helping them to kind of process that.
You got any cigarettes?
No, but I'll buy you some today.
I'll smoke them.
I'll grab you cigarettes, and when I bring them back for you this afternoon, then we can talk about that. And then when they start to actively die, we're with them by their side for that, helping them to manage some of the feelings that they have, working as their advocate with hospice to kind of let them know what you're seeing as far as, more pain, more agitation, that sort of thing. I have a feel now, having done this, for when it's maybe getting close, letting family know, hey, you might be getting towards the end, you might want to spend a little more time, kind of wrap up the unfinished business you might have with them, or helping that person wrap up some unfinished business they might have that will help them to pass to the other side a little more easily. I get asked a lot, like, how do you keep doing this job? Like, you lose people, like you get to know them and you lose them.
Tells me I'm a sarcastic bitch.
Yeah, that's what he loves about you. Just makes me feel so good knowing that they're here and that somebody is holding their hand or touching them, and they're not just laying in bed alone. And so for me, I think that's what makes it easy for me to do. I can do that because I know what the alternative is, and it's horrible. It seems so natural that every city would have this. And I think that in most cities, like, the shelter systems are in some way trying to address this, but there needs to be a dedicated place for that. I think that a lot of people just assume it's being addressed somewhere. That's, I think, the biggest thing, because when I talk about it, one of the first things I hear usually is, wait, what were they doing before?